The moon conjuncts Jupiter today in the middle of Cancer. I woke up to find that. But last week it was something else. And then we had the Lion's Gate, and then we had the new moon. And there's always something going on in the sky. So unless you want to chase every special event every day, but besides, special event every day makes it normal. Isn't that what normal is? Anyway, for myself, I have made peace by not stirring too much unless I see three patterns talking to a common theme. For me, not for the planet really. Not that I want to dismiss it, although sometimes I feel somewhat sympathy for all those skeptics out there who believe that astrology is nonsense. I kind of see some of their point, because there's always something going on. There's always something going on. But at the same time, I don't want to dismiss the whole thing altogether, because I have seen those patterns, how they converge sometimes and how they can help us navigate through challenging moments in life with ease and grace, actually. Or sometimes they even give me insights onto what is the best attitude in a situation if I can actually see what is going on in the skies. First of all, I say what is going on in the skies, but that correlates to something in our psyche, in our subconscious. So we're using the skies really as a mirror to figure out what is going on with us today. Am I more in the mood for introspection and getting insights, or am I really itching for some action? That is when astrology really shines. But circling back to this, there's always something going on. So where do you draw the line? For me, I draw the line at number 3. I woke up today to discover that Moon was conjunct Jupiter in the middle of Cancer. But I know the middle of Cancer is a sensitive spot for me, because that is where I actually have a wide conjunction of Saturn and Venus. And so there's the number 2 aspect or something that connects with what is happening in the sky. It's like, okay, this is a place in the sky that usually triggers some deep response in my psyche. But there's more to it, at least for me, because I know that Venus and Saturn are also in trine or creating 120 degrees to Pisces, middle of Pisces, where I have my own natal Moon Jupiter conjunction. And there is the pattern repeated or three-peated, really, for me. When I was born, Moon and Jupiter were very close to each other. That means that I have lived all my life with that combination, and I'm naturally tuned in. And so not only I'm tuned into that combination, which is happening right now today, but it's happening exactly at a location that has already established easy flow between mid-Cancer and mid-Pisces. So what does that mean? Now I'm stirred and I'm all curious, simply because I see that there are at least 3 themes out there confirming or telling the same story. There's a blend there, synergetic blend between the moon of insights, inspiration, bringing people around, and growing things, and Jupiter, that expansive energy that always keeps us on the lookout for opportunities and always make us quick to jump and grab those opportunities. For me, the way how it has played in my life is that trine, easy flow to Cancer where Saturn is, means that I also have the Saturnian strict and common discipline and sense to say, okay, yes, you see an opportunity, but you also have to do the work. You cannot just go jump through opportunities unprepared. Things will not last. So if you're there to build something that will last, you better do your homework. So it's that fine balance between hard work and opportunity that work slowly in life. I know that I will not win the lottery or become viral in social media over a day, but I will know that if I keep my work, do my homework, show up every day in and out, eventually this rhythmic interaction between opportunity and hard work for me will lead to outcomes and solid, steady results. Because, nature doesn't really go in abrupt jumps. Nature likes to go in steady growth. But I divert. I want to circle back to this rule of three. I apply it in every aspect of my life, actually. If I have to make decisions, I ponder and reflect for 3 days. If I hear something unpleasant and I have to make a decision, withhold judgment until I see at least two other stories or themes corroborating that. It goes the other way too. If someone makes a mistake or someone mistreats me, I usually give them the benefit of the doubt, but I kind of raise a little flag in my head and I wait for two other flags. And so if I find three flags with the situation, I'm out of there. No excuses. No justification. I don't even care who's at blame or at fault. I'm just saying I'm out of here. It's not a bad rule, really, because a lot of times when we're very rigid and we say no compromise, we end up with a lot of situations which are in the gray area, and compromise is actually quite practical in many times. So I'm looking for patterns, not just some bleeps here and bleeps there, just patterns. Which reminds me of a book, The Secret Doctrine, written by Helena Blavatsky more than a century ago, in which she talked about those advanced masters and occult adepts who had mastered the universe. And it was the key, she said, was to have found a secret key, but also to turn it 7 times. Now, there's a magic thing about 7, but the point here is that I picture that my rule of 3 is me having found one of those keys and being able to turn it 3 times. Perhaps if I escalate my rule and promote it someday to 7, maybe I will have reached that mastery level that she talks about.